Coming up this morning on DITV, legal battle. A federal court makes a decision affecting the University of Iowa.
And later, we show you a new perspective on dance marathon you haven't seen.
Who's your pick for Iowa, Indiana tonight? I'll tell you mine in sports, and hopefully I'll stop it with the puns in sports too.
Are we going to get a break from the snowy weather? Stay tuned for weather to find out.
All that and more coming up on this Thursday morning edition of DITV.
Don't go anywhere. DITV starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Anthony Caligiuri.
And I'm Mackenzie Cooper.
A new development surfaced in the legal battle between the UI and one of its student organizations. Yesterday, a federal court ruled that the University of Iowa illegally applied its human rights policy to the group Business Leaders in Christ, also known as Blink. In a court hearing last Friday, Blink's legal team accused the university of targeting the other 32 religious organizations on campus. UI spokesperson Haley Bruce denied these claims, calling it, quote, a complete misrepresentation of facts, end quote. The court case first began in 2017, where the university deregistered Blink for denying a gay member a leadership position. While the story develops, stick with us at thedailyiowan.com for all the latest updates.
The University of Iowa selected its third and final runner-up for the Executive Vice President and Provost position. The finalist, Montserrat Fuentes, is a visiting scientist for the Environmental Protection Agency. Prior to this, she was a dean and statistics professor at Virginia Commonwealth University. Of the three finalists, Fuentes is the only one without ties to the University of Iowa. Tomorrow afternoon, she will attend an open forum at the Iowa Memorial Union Theater. This will be the last forum before UI President Bruce Harold makes a decision.
Co-work Collective, a business space for independent business owners, is coming to Iowa City. Located above Ragstock near the Ped Mall, this space is currently under construction, but when finished, it will provide a collaborative environment for local business owners. DITV reporter Margaret Mendez has more.
Sarah Meehan, a local blogger turned entrepreneur, opened up Co-work Collective this past Monday, February 4th. Meehan got her start as a contributing writer for the Quad Cities Moms blog and decided to start a similar community by creating the Iowa City Moms blog. After 6 years, she opened up a space for herself and other businesses to call home.
Just wanting to extend that community feel that we've built with the Moms blog, further that with businesses. So we want to be a place where other businesses can come and feel that business home that we've been looking for. We know other people are looking for it too. So
Meehan also wanted to create a space focused on women and for mothers to have a place to escape all the distractions that being at home can create.
I know as a mom that works from home that it's hard sometimes to focus on your work when there's laundry and babies and everything else that happens at home. And so we wanted to be a place where they could maybe escape once a week or twice a week and come and really have focused time for their work.
Co-work Collective is different from other spaces of its kind due to the collaborative atmosphere. It is a place for people to come together to advance their businesses and benefit from networking in a world that is becoming increasingly populated with remote employees.
I think we, Co-work Collective, will stand out because we are here to create a community. We'd like to extend that community that we've built online to an in-person work community where people can come and support each other's dreams and passions, and whatever anyone's working on, I feel like we could sit here and kind of collaborate and support each other and see how our businesses can work together to further everybody's business.
It's safe to say, Co-work Collective is one of a kind. Margaret Minders, DITV News.
Now, there is no scheduled grand opening for Co-work Collective, but Meehan hopes to open her doors sometime in March.
A new exhibit at the University of Iowa Main Library focuses on a UI alum's business. Steve Clay runs Granary Books, which is an independent press. The exhibit showcases the publishing company's unique books. The publishing house does this by making the poetry books the art by printing on unusual materials such as tapestry. Clay said he was inspired by the avant-garde poets at the UI in the 1970s. You can visit the exhibit at the UI Main Library until mid-March. Well, Anthony, we've been dealing with snow, ice, the cold, and it's not very fun.
Yeah, Kenzie, it seems like this weather will never end. Let's toss it over to Melissa in the weather studio to tell us what's coming up next. Melissa?
Yeah, Anthony and Mackenzie, it doesn't look like the cold, rainy, snowy weather is going anywhere anytime soon. Today's temperature is going to be a high of 32 and a low of -1. This morning, we see the same rain-snow mix that we saw yesterday, but it'll stop by this afternoon. In the afternoon, it will be mildly cloudy and winds will pick up to 20 to 30 miles per hour. As we move into the evening hours, the temperature will drop below zero with occasional wind gusts of 40 miles per hour, making the temperatures feel colder. Now on to the extended forecast. Temperatures are going to dip Friday to a high of 11 with some mild winds. As we look toward the weekend, the temperatures will increase into the high 20s. Saturday will be mostly sunny, but you might want to grab your shovels come Sunday. There's a 70% chance of snow, and we may be seeing up to 3 inches. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 31, and Tuesday an 80% chance of snow. Anthony and Mackenzie, back to you at the desk.
Dancers participating in UI Dance Marathon this past weekend were challenged to stay awake for 24 hours. However, they aren't the only student organization that doesn't sleep during the big event. DITV arts and culture reporter Kaylin Cluck spent the weekend with them to get an inside look at their high-pressure job.
When it comes to capturing Dance Marathon, they're the behind-the-scenes heroes.
All this cool, fancy, upgraded SVP equipment.
Brand new rig.
Holy moly, that's a lot of cannoli.
Meet Student Video Productions.
That's more money than I'm worth.
They're a student org dedicated to making awesome films. Each year they work straight through all 24 hours of the big event to create the ultimate recap video that everyone watches at the end once they're all sitting down.
They're one of our biggest clients each year. We're able to put this video out as the event's going on, and then it's presented at the end of the event is really special for us.
In order to film the entire event, edit, and then deliver the video by the deadline, some SVP members stay awake through all 24 hours, just like the dancers.
But we get to drink caffeine and stuff, so I mean, that helps a lot too.
They schedule members to come film all day and all night, so no hour of Dance Marathon goes uncaptured.
It's really a team effort, and you know, it's something that we look forward to each year, I guess.
It's just a bunch of fun. There's little kids wearing crazy costumes, and if that doesn't like brighten your heart, I don't know what will.
I was getting really tired for the last couple hours, but I hit my second win, so should be good for the rest of the event.
They end up with hours and hours of footage, but only the best 6 minutes make it into the video. But once the footage is there, editing the video becomes a giant puzzle.
Throw in another, like, them dancing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you can put that lights one in.
And once their 24 hours are almost up, it's a race to have the video done on time.
Is there something wrong?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's usually, we're always working right up until the end, basically, and then we just kind of hope that the render doesn't take too long.
Your computer could crash.
Stop trying to jinx it.
Yeah.
Premiere can listen to your fears.
It's like at some point we just gotta say we need to export it.
Okay, let's go. I'll be back.
Can we watch it?
But they have it done just in time, a finished product that perfectly captures Dance Marathon.
You're a hero,
Yeah, that's really good. I feel like that's our best. Yeah, that's our best dance marathon video I've ever seen.
Soon, everyone at the big event is watching it, and this year SVP was finally recognized on the main stage for their 24-hour video shoot. Well done. Reporting from the IMU, Kaylin Cluck, DITV.
During the 2019 college football playoffs, a University of Iowa graduate student was selected to run the company's official Instagram account. The winner, Jennifer Fisher, was chosen out of nearly 100 students to run the account. Fisher told the Daily Iowan, quote, "Instagram treated me as a professional. They're not treating me as a student who has won this experience. They're treating me as part of the team." Fisher graduated from the UI in May of 2018 and worked in event planning for the football program for her 2 undergraduate years. She is currently working towards her master's in sports and recreation management.
Well, Anthony, you know, Iowa might not be too worried about football in playoffs, but maybe our men's basketball team?
You're right, Kenzie. There's a big game tonight. Let's toss it over to Lucy in the sports studio to tell us all about it. Lucy?
Thanks, guys. Welcome to another edition of the Courtside Show. I'm your host, Lucy Rodine, and just like the Hawkeyes, I am on a roll. Iowa knocked off number 5 Michigan on Friday night, but more importantly, I called it on the Courtside Show. But I guess Fran deserves a little bit of recognition too, because with that win, McCaffrey tied former Iowa head coach Lute Olson for second on Iowa's all-time win chart. Here are coach's thoughts on sharing that spot with Olson.
Set a great standard for how to be not only a great coach, but a terrific person, and somebody that I would emulate and take advice from. So anytime you're mentioned with him, that's a tremendous feeling.
Now, unfortunately for me, Coach McCaffrey and the team have moved on from their win over Michigan, so I guess that means it's time for me to move on from getting it right. But I'm moving on all the way to Bloomington, Indiana, where Iowa will face the Hoosiers tonight. Coming into this weekend, Indiana had lost 7 Big Ten games in a row, and head coach Archie Miller described his team as soft and scared. And then they knocked off Michigan State and East Lansing without one of their best players, Juwan Morgan. Now, that Indiana team that lost those 7 games, they weren't just soft and scared, they were also hurt. But the team Iowa's facing tonight is healthy and riding off a big-time win.
Why is Indiana beat Michigan State at Michigan State? Well, they're healthy. They weren't healthy. They were losing 7 in a row. They weren't getting drilled, so they weren't playing as well as they were capable. They were 12-2 when they were healthy. Beat Louisville, and then Green's out, Finney's out, Davis is out. Well, it's going to be different. Now they're all back. Go on the road and beat Michigan State. So that's who we're playing.
They had a rough patch for a while, but even at that, we always knew Indiana's a dangerous team. They have all the good pieces, a lot of special players, and their win at Michigan State was a good example of that. So you can't take any night off in the Big Ten. Doesn't matter if they lost 20 straight. You got to be prepared to play. We're going into their building, so they'll be excited to play at home, and it'll be a good game. So we just got to prepare for it properly.
Now that Indiana is healthy, it's going to take a big night and a big performance from the big man, Luka Garza, to beat him. And if Garza keeps playing the way he has been, that shouldn't be a problem. Over the past 5 games, Garza has averaged over 21 points and almost 6 rebounds a game. And the key for Garza, it's confidence.
I think I'm just playing with a lot of confidence. My teammates are finding me in my spots. I'm going out there and playing as hard as I can. I think, I just, being able to convert some shots, and I think I'm just need to continue to play with confidence.
He's doing what he's capable of doing. I mean, he's really worked hard to get to this point. He really put the time in this summer. I'm really proud of him.
And Garza's confidence is just one of the reasons that I think Iowa leaves Bloomington tonight with a win. Indiana is too inconsistent, and I just think their defense has some holes that Iowa can really take advantage of. However, IU has a huge advantage being in Assembly Hall, especially after a long stretch on the road. But that Michigan win gave Iowa some confidence that I think is going to carry into tonight's game. So I've got the Hawks winning in Bloomington for the first time since 2015. But I've actually got to go hit the road and make the trip to B-Town to cover this game. So make sure you come on back tomorrow for highlights from tonight's men's and women's game. Anthony and Mackenzie, back to you at the desk.
Before we go today, there's something lucky about an Iowa gas station.
That's right. A Colfax Come and Go has been the site where 2 separate $1 million lottery tickets were purchased. So, Anthony, I think we need a road trip to Colfax.
Yeah, Kenzie, that'd be pretty nice right now.
Well, that brings this Thursday morning broadcast to an end. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news.
If that's not enough of the Daily Iowan for you, don't forget to pick up a copy of our paper edition on stands now. For DITV, I'm Anthony Caligiuri.
And I'm Mackenzie Cooper. Have a great day, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.